Okay, this is my favorite part. Search engine optimization and search engine marketing. Finally, something I actually know everything about, you know? Yeah, you heard me. I know everything about this subject. I've been doing this for 20 years, man. But you know, one thing I've never had in 20 years, well, until I met Moonshine Media, is excellent video and image content. Now, you would think that search engine marketing is it's only about text, right? No. No, it's only about text because I don't have great video and I don't have great photos. You would be shocked. You would be shocked to see some of the results for your own keywords. Don't believe me. Don't take my word for it. Do this, okay? In quotes, go to Google, put quote, and then ask a long question about your product. Like, for example, where can I purchase your product name in whatever location you're in? Question mark, quotes, right? Basic question. Put that into Google. Right. Now, click on videos. Look at the top. Do you see how many results there are? I'm willing to bet that there's less than 1,000 results. Aren't you used to seeing millions? Hundreds of millions? You know what? I'll bet you there aren't any results at all. If it says no results found, congratulations, you just had an original thought. And that's the power that you have right now. With Moonshine Media Group, they can produce dozens, even hundreds of videos answering one simple question in different ways using slightly different videos from the production that hasn't even happened yet. In this strategy, during this strategy, they're going to look at all of the available opportunities. All of the ones that says no results found are gold. Oh my God, that's gold, because now you're going to be the only person there with a video. The only company with a video that actually answers the question, where can I buy your product in my location? Well, nobody's answered that with a video ever? Really? Well, I'm going to. And yes, you are. Moonshine Media is going to answer it for you. But since there's no results found, they're going to prepare what we call renders. What's a render? It's the same video with a little bit of modification, maybe a different voiceover, a different background image, or something to that effect, or maybe a different clip, but it answers the same question and it's a completely different video. It doesn't actually cost any more money to render out 10 different versions of a video. It could even be the same text or the same voiceover, but the footage can be different, which makes it a completely different video. But to us, it's just another render. You can't do that just like that by snapping your fingers and suddenly you have 10 amazing videos. No, 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 no. It takes a lot of planning. It takes a lot of planning right now, before production begins. Why? Because during production, Ian Bly, and his entire team is going to be aware that we're going to need 10 different angles on your product so that we can have 10 different videos for the same product, so that we can have 10 separate renders that Google will understand as completely different videos. And that way, your company will have produced 10 videos to answer just one extremely valuable question. And that's what we do. That's what Moonshine Media does. And that's what this whole section is about right here. It's about figuring out which keywords are most valuable. Which keywords need one video? None of them do. They all need 10 videos. But you know what? That's not up to me to decide. That's up to your consumers. The more videos you have, the more your consumers will be able to, what's the word again? The thing that all consumers do? That's right, consume. They consume, they eat, they read, they watch, they listen. If you give one seed to a bird, he's going to take the seed and he's going to fly away. You give a bunch of seeds to a bird and he's going to sit there for an hour and a half while you take your pictures and go, "Aww." The same thing with consumers. The more videos you give them to watch, the more videos they're going to watch. The more brand awareness gets blasted into their brain, the less they can get away from your product, your brand, and the fact that you really are the best at what you do. The same goes with search engine marketing, and with display advertising, with YouTube advertising, with all kinds of stuff. Anyway, you're going to need to give Moonshine Media Group your best your best keyword lists, everything, and you're going to need to provide them with, all right, this is where it gets a little bit confusing, so I wrote it down, and so now I'm going to explain it to you. They need your consumer market research. So what does that mean? Well, who exactly are your consumers? In America, there's 300 million people. Can you sell your product to all 300 million of them, even the babies? No. Well, okay. So now that leaves us with 240 million people above the age of 18. Okay, fine. We should probably also take women out of that because this is a men-only product. Okay. Well, now we're down to 120 million people because we're only targeting men, for argument's sake. All right, let's see. We're also only targeting men who live in New York. Okay, well, that boils us down to about 12, maybe 12 million people. I think there's 24 million people living in New York. Let's just say that there's 24 million people living in New York. That boils you down to about, 12 minus the children. So that puts us at 8 million people. And that's your consumer target market, to give you an idea. The rest of it is a little bit more complicated. So let's talk about keyword research. We've already discussed that. But keyword research is really more about what doesn't work and why doesn't it work. It's not your keyword strategy, that's different. That is what works. But the keyword research is why didn't you choose these keywords? Well, because these guys are actually looking for something that has nothing to do with us, even though it's a synonym to the keyword that we're looking for. Oh, I see. So for example, if Toyota wants to sell one of their vans, they're not going to type in car. They're not going to type in van. Well, they're going to type in van or 4x4 or Jeep or something like that. You have to be careful not to target the wrong keywords.